Jimmy. And smoke on loud. I got perfect attendance.
Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about unemployment. I am on a in a group where I was in a group where it was talking about unemployment. That's way back in March when we was laid off for a certain amount of time. But now it's like a lot of spam and all that stuff. But since I've been on unemployment for a long time, well, for 1 year I was on unemployment for a long time, and it's like I did a lot of research on unemployment, so I kind of know a lot. So I'm like, okay, I might as well go through and pick out some questions that pertains to unemployment and not all these scams and do you want to get money here? Do you want to get money there? If you have $100, you can get back 1,000. Like, bro, that's a scam. But anyways, I'm going to talk about unemployment. I have here my handy dandy phone, and I have a lot of questions. Now, when I answer these questions, I'm not going to tell you who they are or anything. I'm just going to answer these questions. Also went on the group and put down that I was going to be doing a video for this group, because honestly, it's just like people that had real serious questions, and if you're looking online, it's like they're just giving you scams and stuff. So I'm going to answer your questions here. Also, if you have any more questions about unemployment, you can put them at the bottom of this video. I will answer them in the comment section, or I just do part of a half video answering those questions. Also on my videos, I want to start doing a answering segment. So if you guys have any questions, like on my next video, I answer them, things like that. But anyways, let's get straight into this video. The first question I want to start off with is this one, because I did a little more research on it, and come to find out, it's a lot more complicated than we imagine. Again, all of these questions are off Facebook, the unemployment segment. So yeah, let's get started. It says, do anybody know the best way to get them to take a hold off your unemployment account? I've been having one since September. Now, the only way you can get a hold taken off your account, you have to call in to the unemployment service people. Now, it usually is the capital of, they are usually located in the capital of your state. So, for us, it'll be Jackson. If you stay in Mississippi, it'll be Jackson, Mississippi. But just call there. Sometimes the senator can help you, but it's kind of hard to get hold to them. So, just try your best to get hold to the people, the unemployment people who will help you. But it also depends on the kind of hold that is on your account. If you fail to provide like an unnecessary documentation of your unemployment insurance claim, like for instance, your claim may be put on hold. In some cases, your former employee, hold that thought. But like I was saying, if you in some cases your former employee might challenge your unemployment insurance and claim, which can also result in a hold while the state agency investigates the claim. Sometimes you have to pay attention to when exactly you put in your claim. Sometimes it might be an identification process you have to go through. But majority of the time, it depends on if it's identification process. Sometimes they ask you for like your driver license, social security number, all of that. But if I was you, I wouldn't put it directly into system. I usually call them and go from there. If it comes to you, having to wait on your employer, they'll sometimes give you a call and let you know, like, hey, why did you start working? Did you do the proper precautions about quitting the job? If you did quit, why did you quit? Did you do the proper paperwork if you quit it? All of that stuff. Another thing I want to tell you about is sometimes the employer that you were recently with do not want to pay your in your claim, so you have to do it that way. Another thing I want to talk about is the lack of state workers to handle the claim. That can also be a hole why you haven't received your unemployment. If the state is lacking workers for the office for the unemployment to get processed, then it will also put a hold on your account. Especially if you're working with the government, it's kind of hard to go ahead and say you was laid off or you quit working because, okay, if you did that, why? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. So yeah, just pay attention to the reason why they gave you that hold. If it's based off your employer, then you have to give it a second for it to actually kick in. Now, if your employer, like mine, didn't want to pay for you to get your unemployment, then you also have to understand sometimes you have to like get another job, because the unemployment people, to me, in my recent way with them, when I was on unemployment, I had to wait darn near 2 months before I got something. And then when I did start getting something, I had to end up paying it back because my employer lied, like I didn't do the proper paperwork. But I feel like the unemployment people is going to listen to the employer because it's their job. So, yeah, and plus, the government don't really want to come out of his pocket and pay. So, yeah, let's move along to the next one. It says, if I only have $106 as my balance for PUA, and that's the pandemic assistance thing, unemployment, will it automatically extend or do I have to reapply? Now, recently, if you guys don't know, the whole thing is running out basically. So, if you are running out of your money, sometimes they will give you an extra 1 or 2 weeks. But it depends on, because everybody's situation is different, so it just depends on your situation. Now, I would say, if you only had $106, it depends on how much you usually get if it was like on a regular basis. You get what I'm saying? To me, that never happened, but I'm pretty sure now, like, if it does happen, you'll have to call them, or they'll send you, like, when they send you this 106, or if you got taxes taken out, whatever that'll be after the taxes, they'll send you that. Then they'll send you like an email, or they'll put on your unemployment account, on the unemployment website under your account, the thing that you need to fill out to extend your unemployment. So basically, you probably will have to reapply, but they'll usually send out an email, or they'll usually put it up under your information when they send out your last payment. Now would they add? Let's say you get $235, right? And that's basically the minimum of unemployment for Mississippi is $235. Okay, let's say you got $235, and let's say when they take taxes and everything out of it, you get $212, $211. So when they do that, and let's just say, well, you only had $100 left, and that's the only thing you had left in your account, right? So basically, they gonna send you that $100 out, and then they are going to send you an email or something letting you know, hey, you ran out, or this is what you need to do to continue your process. Now, the thing about that, I think, if I'm not wrong, make sure you do your research. I think it's just 2 more weeks after that they'll extend it. And then after those 2 weeks, I think you have to actually fill out the whole process again. So yeah, just keep a close eye on that. The next one says, I'm on regular unemployment. I exhaust my benefits next week. How can I get a extension in Colorado? Like I said, you can basically go under your Colorado website, and it usually either send you it through that information, or you'll send it through your email. Or sometimes you can just call them and say, hey, I exhausted all of my benefits. What do I do now? And then sometimes they'll send you a whole list of jobs that's available in your state or in your city, basically telling you to get up and get another job, basically. Because the state is only going to pay you 13 weeks, I think. 13 to 26 weeks. And after that, you have to get a job. Because after that, you on states, and I'm pretty sure they only going to pay you like the minimum amount, and it's only going to last for up to probably no more than 3 weeks, probably. I haven't seen anybody go over that. The next question is, how do I get in contact with someone at the unemployment office? Also, I'm in Louisiana. Now, sir, no, ma'am, I honestly can't speak on Louisiana, because when one of my friends was staying in Louisiana on unemployment, she usually just send like go under the unemployment thing that's under the unemployment website for Louisiana, and then it usually says contact us, and then it'll ask you for like, do you want to contact us by phone, email, fax, all of that. The fastest way to me, listen up everybody, the fastest way to me is to email somebody. And honestly, it only takes them 10 to 15 minutes to email you back. And when they email you back, they usually gonna ask for like your login information. If it's not your login information, they usually ask you for your last name and your last 4 digits of your social security number. And if they ask for like your driver license number, all that stuff, stop right there. Don't email back, okay? Because they're not gonna ask you all that. I can promise you they're not. But yeah, that's the easiest way to me to contact somebody. Is basically going through the email. Now, since everything picked right back up to where it's hard for you to get them because the virus has returned or done got back to the peak again, it's gonna be kind of hard to call that number and someone gonna pick up. And plus, they had like a slight delay in a lot of things because a lot of people stopped working at the unemployment office. So yeah. So basically, send them an email, see what they can do. If they don't write you back 10-15 minutes, share back in an hour, and I'm pretty sure somebody gonna write you back. Let's keep it moving. The next question. Good morning. I certified on Monday and usually get paid on Tuesday, but haven't received anything, and nothing is in my payment history for deposit, and I have not exhausted my benefits. What could be the problem, or is it anyone else having this problem? Now, back here, I want to say it was like a week ago. A week ago, a lot of people didn't receive nothing on the Monday. Well, we usually do it Sunday and see something on Monday, but y'all do something Monday and see something Tuesday. But back here a couple of days ago, well, no, last week I believe, if we did something Sunday, we didn't see nothing Monday. We had to wait till Tuesday. And honestly, I can't answer that because I don't know why. It could be different reasons. Another thing I could say, is call them. Because you said that you haven't received anything and nothing is in your payment history for deposit. And if you don't see, like, for us, it's $235. And then usually when you do your claim, your weekly certification on Sunday, around about, if you do it early Sunday morning, around about 12 or 1 that afternoon, they'll tell you exactly how much you get. And if you don't see like $211, $235 or something like that, depends on if you get taxes taken out, then it's kind of hard to determine what's the issue. Now, if you do see $235 or $211 and it just haven't hit your card yet, give it like another day, because sometimes they try to like refresh the system and then it takes another day to kick in. So just give it another day. Now that it has been this long for you, because it's, when did I do this? I did this like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it's just today. Let me know if you got your certification. I can't remember your name, but just let me know if you got it or not. But anyways, because if I'm not mistaken, I did comment under your post. But anyways, yeah, just let me know. You could call them and ask me if you haven't still received nothing. But I'm pretty sure when that happened, give it like an extra day, and then I'm pretty sure it'll be on your card or in your bank account, however you have it set up. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. I'm laid off due to COVID, or they still doing the $300 a week in Arkansas. Now, I'm gonna tell you about this 300 and all this amount of money that you were supposed to get. Now listen to me. So back here like a month or so ago, there was the state, they dished out another payment to where your governor had to agree if it was enough money to actually pay this amount. If not, then we won't be getting it, right? So if you take a look, and I'm pretty sure people are, I really don't know which state is going to continue doing this, but I think it's completely turned off now. But if you look back, I want to say it was like, I don't know, right before we had to vote, they told us that each state was going to get $300, and if it was possible, if the state was it was in a positive balance when it came to their funds, then they can add on the extra $100, where each person that was getting unemployment was supposed to get $400 every week. Now, if you pay attention to that and look back on it, you know we was 5 weeks behind. They had to go back 5 weeks and pay the 5 weeks that they didn't pay. Now, if you paid attention to that, and I'm going to try, if I don't forget, I'm going to try to link that website below, and I'm going to show you guys what website I'm talking about. But if you pay attention to that website, it tells you exactly what was going to happen. Now, if you guys paid attention to it, it says that they're going to pay that week, pay those 5 weeks, and then if you look closer to it, it said that after that it's completely done. So basically, yeah, it's completely done. It's normal. You're not getting any more after that, unless your state said it was going to agree to continue to keep paying it. Now Arkansas, I can't really say. I have to go back and look at their website, but I'm pretty sure they probably stopped by now, because a lot of states have stopped, because you know at the end of December, I think December the 31st or sometime around there, they gonna completely with the unemployment. And now they fighting like, okay, what needs to be done next? So yeah, let's move it along to the next one. It says, question, how do I apply for a PUA? I've stumbled upon some problems with ID verification and can't even apply. It won't let me. And the best way I could tell you, you have to call them. Because if you get to that point to where the system would not let you apply none, you have to call them. And the only way to actually do that, you have to continue to call them. Because for you, it's kind of different because the PUA is like completely gone. And then the ID verification thing is like, you have to call them. I promise you do. Because when it comes to ID verification, basically, somebody probably have similar numbers to your 4 last digits, or you was trying, or someone or you was trying to get like unemployment like a couple of years ago, and something happened. So basically, you're gonna have to call them, because at this point you can't even apply. It won't even let you apply. So you have to call them. There's no way around it. Next person. I didn't start unemployment till July because I wasn't sure I was even able to and will something. Will it be a problem getting the back pay since I literally wasn't working since March? I haven't asked or requested it. I don't know who to contact or what to ask. Now, this has a lot of information to it, so I'm gonna tell you this. I understand you didn't start unemployment till July, because you thought you wasn't able to get it because you was in a contract. I guess that's what you were trying to say. But honestly, I don't think they would go back until March. I don't think. Cause I know when you certified, you're gonna have to go an extra week without anything, and then that following week you will have to they'll send you something. But what I will say is, go in, put in your information. They're gonna ask you when was the last day you worked, and if your last employer can verify that you wasn't working because of the COVID or because of some other reason, but you didn't quit or you wasn't fired, then they'll determine if they would go back to March. Now, if your employee or employer, if they don't agree to it, let's just say you didn't quit, but then they tell the unemployment people that you quit, then it's kind of hard to determine if they're gonna go way back to March. You get what I'm saying? Like, if the unemployer said, well, she quit without the proper notifications because she didn't let us know, or you didn't put in the proper paperwork that you were supposed to, then they're gonna believe the employer instead of the person who wants to receive the unemployment. So you just have to be careful on that. Another thing, you say you don't know who to contact. The only people you could contact is the unemployment people. Just ask them, hey, I quit working in March. I have all my proper paperwork. I didn't apply because I didn't know if I was going to get it. And I'm going to stop you right there. Apply. Always apply. It's a lot of times people going to say, no, you can't do this, can't do that, but you still do it. You get what I'm saying? Always apply for things, especially if it's going to help you financially. So yeah, but I think it is gonna be a slight problem with you getting the back pay since it was March and now it's December. So I think it's gonna be a slight difference because for one, yeah, it just depends on what your employer say. If your employer say yes, maybe you will. If your employee say, well, she stopped working when the pandemic hit, because she felt like she was not going to be safety or have safety precautions, so she just quit. Now they'll probably determine what you should get, but other than that, it's kind of hard to say. But just call the people and let them know your predicament. On that one, I will call. I will call them people and say, hey, I just need somebody to hear my issue and see what they have to say. Because they're more trained than I am, so yeah. And next, I'm on regular unemployment. I already seen this. Yeah, I already did this one. Yeah, I did though. Oh, the next one. Okay. Sorry about that. The next one. I received regular unemployment. I receive my last payment next week. Will I get an extension? When they send your last payment next week, they will also send you an email. If they don't send you an email, it's gonna be under your information, under your weekly certification link, where you have to fill out extra information to continue to get unemployment. Now, they probably will give you an extension. That extension, because if you pay attention to it, they only give you a certain amount. They tell you how much you really have. Like, I know someone who have 65, who qualified for 6,500, right? But they only split it in half and gave them like 32 something. So they only gonna give you half. So after that half is gone, if they see you still need more, they're gonna cut off half of that other 300 and give you that. Then after that, if you completely exhausted, like there's nothing else left in your account, after that, I think they give you like 2 or 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. But if it's like, okay, if you spent the whole 6,000, I'm pretty sure they're gonna give you like another week, another month's worth of funds, I think. But it's different in different states. I know here in Mississippi, they usually give us 2 more weeks before we actually have to like recertify. So yeah. And then someone was asking, they was having an issue certifying. Sometimes it won't let you certify. When it get to that point, sometimes you have to give it a second or you have to keep trying. It's just because they start certifying because the system have too many people, or they trying to update it while people are putting in certifications. Sometimes you can't certify if you wait too long. I know if you wait, let's say if you forgot you needed to certify and you tried to certify 8 o'clock at night, sometimes it's kind of slow to where the fact it really doesn't want you to apply to certify. So just be mindful that the best way to actually get through to certify is get up 8 o'clock Sunday, Monday morning, whenever you have to certify, and certify. Because if you wait till 9, 10 o'clock at night, it's kind of hard to get through the system. Just so you guys know. Another thing, it says, okay, do anyone know when we supposed to get one time 1,200? Now, honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. This is my opinion. I feel like we are not going to get $1,200. I promise you, I feel like that. And the only reason why I say that is because I just don't feel like we're going to get it. Because, for one, we're supposed to get it sometime next week. And I just don't feel like we're going to get it. I'm recording this on a Friday. After I just feel like we're not going to get it. So yeah, let's move it along. I just don't feel like we're gonna get $1,200 because when I first looked at it, it said the $600 bill has passed. But then on last night news, Donald Trump was up there saying that he wanted everybody to get 2,000. So I just don't know where we at with that. I just don't know. Do I think we're gonna get something sometime this year? I can't say. I honestly, for my opinion, I don't think we will. Now next year maybe, just maybe, but this year I doubt it. So let's move it along. Next question: what times does unemployment normally load on two-time card? Honestly, it's kind of hard to say about that too, because if you did get approved for your unemployment to be on the Chimes card, it usually hit okay, let's say you put in for let's say you usually put in for Sunday, and let's say you're supposed to get your payments Monday. It usually don't hit your card to 9 a.m. that Monday. But with Chime, it's kind of hard because Chime is one of those banks where when you get paid like 2 days early. But then you got to understand, unemployment is not like a regular paycheck. You have to wait on the government. So it could be anywhere from Monday morning to Monday afternoon. So yeah. Let's move on to the next one. The next one says, I get unemployment, I also have a job. Yes, I report everything as needed. When my job was out for 3 weeks due to COVID, I've been here less than 90 days. Should I get COVID pay, or will I file another unemployment claim for being out, or what? 3 weeks no pay is killer. Wait a minute. I get unemployment, right? I also have a job. Yes, I report everything as needed. Well, my job was out 3 weeks due to COVID. I've been here less than 90 days. Should I get COVID pay, or will I have to file? Okay, I was confused on your question, but are you saying like you have unemployment and you still getting, you got a job? I don't know. Your question was confusing to me when I first read it, and I just want to tell you guys, the reason why I clicked her question was because if you have a job, right, the job has to be part-time and it has to be under 20 hours a week. Okay? You can't work over 20 hours because I did the math. So you have to be working part-time. If you have full-time, it's still, to me, I don't see how you have full-time working 20 hours. I just don't see that as full-time, okay? Full-time is basically where you working 40 plus hours a week, okay? So part-time to me is like 20 or less, okay? So if you're getting 20 hours or less, and it also depends on how much you get paid. So yeah, just be mindful of that, and make sure you record everything, okay? Please make sure you record everything. Like, if you get extra hours that week, let them know. Call them people and tell them, hey, it's going to show up I had extra 3 or 4 hours this week. Will it hurt my unemployment? Call them people and let them know, okay? Because you never want to, like, get all this money back, then get unemployment for a couple of weeks, because they're not going to catch on to it until 3 or 4 months down the road. But then them 3 or 4 months, you was getting unemployment when thinking that to buy it. It's gonna add up. They're gonna make you pay that back. So yeah, be mindful of that. Pay attention to it. So let's move it on. It says, do you stop applying for benefits the week you get hired or right after your first paycheck? Now listen to me, you guys. This is how unemployment works. Unemployment works if you don't have a job, or you get paid under 20 hours a week, okay? Now, when it comes to you getting the job, they want to know, do you tell the people when you get hired or when you tell the people after your first paycheck? Now, this is how mine works, okay? This is how my brain works. When I first got the job, I called the people, hey, I'm on unemployment. I just got the job in the middle of a week. And I did my weekly certification the week that I had got my unemployment. What do I need to do? Okay, that's basically what you need to ask them. Now, let's say Saturday you had an interview and you got the job. Okay, let's say Sunday you supposed to do your certification for your unemployment. On that certification, it's gonna ask you, have you started back working? Have you been looking for jobs? You say yes, and then that job is gonna say, when do you think that you're gonna start back work? Okay, on that application, just let them know, hey, I received the job, and the job told me I start back this day and this day. You get what I'm saying? Because they ask you on the certification what day you think you would be starting back to work full time. But also when you fill out your certification the next day, or I'll say the next day, to call them, let them know, hey, I started a job but it's part time, or I just started the job and I just want to know like what will happen after that. You know what I'm saying? Just let the people know like what it is. So yeah, I think that's it, you guys. I think that's all the questions I have. So let me know if you have any more questions about unemployment, anything that you want me to go further in depth with unemployment. I also want to talk about, I think my next video is going to be like non-fraud claims and fraud claims due to unemployment, so you guys can get a better understanding of that. Let me know what other questions you guys need me to answer, and I will be sure to get that out to you guys. But until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of those good things. And always make sure to spend time with your family, because you'll never know when that final day will come. But with that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.